everybody. My name is Albert Tam from Download Stylo. Welcome to today's webinar session. Today we have invited the co-founder of Bubbles, Kim, to be with us, to share with you what is actually Web Bubbles and how to use it effectively to build a community platform for your product. So how are you, Kim?
Hello, Albert. I'm doing here. I'm doing fine here. Thanks for inviting me to your webinar to give a live session today. I see that there's a little bit lag in your voice and the video, but hopefully we are fine with the technology part. But let's kick it off.
Yeah, no problem. So the lag is actually quite common because I'm in the east, you are in the west, and in between, they are a few thousand miles apart. And the server
Okay,
will be in US. I'm not sure. Okay, so
correct.
let's before we start, let me do some housekeeping with our members. And as usual, I will actually show this to them. Kindly give permission to show your profile photo and name while commenting by clicking the link in the video. So wave.video/live/Facebook. So guys, please do that while we are actually preparing to go live now. So so write it down in the chat and you can actually click that link. Okay, I clicked that. So guys, you can see that in our chat box, in the Facebook chat. And Tim, you see on the right hand side of the live chat, you can see that a few person there. China, Build Up, Sam. Oh, Sam, how are you? And there are some other people. So before we actually start, let me ask you some warming up question. So first
Sure.
question normally I will ask is actually quite simple. Where are you from?
I'm from the Netherlands. Born and raised, and currently located in Amsterdam area. Um, so that's where I'm located right now.
Okay. So what makes you start this bubble? Bubble.
Good question. Where has it all started, right? Our background is actually in an marketing and sales agency where we have helped a lot of SaaS companies with all kind of activities. And after a while, by doing that, we eventually ended up also with a request on like, hey, can we do anything with community building? And that's how me and my co-founder actually end up in searching and researching this market and to see like, hey, what is going on in the SaaS industry right now? What is missing and what can SaaS companies do with community building? And that's how it eventually all started. And after that, it was basically a period of speaking with a lot of customer success, support teams, community managers, etc., all from SaaS, to basically see what we can help them with and what we can build here. So that's a little bit the background.
Okay. What is your? Are you a programmer or are you just an administrator in management or do you code the bubbles?
I'm not the technical person, not the developer, not the coder. My background, educational wise, is also in the business administration space. So that's my background.
Okay. Since you are not from development team, may I know how many team member do you have? Including the back end and the front end.
Yeah, correct. We have actually three in the development um, with our CTO and another backend and front-end developer currently, as well as an additional person that is looking into AI-related projects.
Okay. So other than this startup, have you done any startup before? I mean, other SaaS startup before?
Um, this is my first serious SaaS startup. My founder has another SaaS startup as well, and myself, I've done some other business activities as well, but they were not in SaaS. They
Okay.
were more in the recruitment space.
Okay. So thanks for your all the information. So guys, I think we have a very brief what I call a background of this team and its founder. And we are glad that team is actually representing their team to be with us. And we hope that everybody will get some idea how to actually use Bubble. If you have a product or you are a SaaS founder or you have a what I call marketing team representing your company to sell product, you need this kind of so-called community platform. It's a SaaS platform where you actually get to know your customer so that you can actually get feedback, comment, and build relationship, or maybe do events, with this kind of a platform. So without further ado, Kim, I would like you to go to your backend to show us how good is Bubble in this aspect.
Yeah, sure. Before sharing my screen,
Mhm.
um, I would like to give the audience some more background information on what are we doing, why we are here, if that's okay with you.
Yes, sure.
Um, because we call it community building, and as some of you might have seen, um, Bubbles is pretty catered to SaaS, specifically made for SaaS. The definition of community is pretty broad, where we basically create a customer engagement environment, and the real importance there is that we wanted to facilitate a centralized place for all your customer facing processes. So within the community environment, there is of course a place to facilitate peer-to-peer interaction, but it's also a place to create a centralized and searchable place for all kinds of customer facing processes to eventually increase engagement there and create a better ROI on everything what you're doing. Um, so let me share my screen, and hopefully that explains it a little bit more for the audience, what we are doing, why we call it community building, and why we are specifically for SaaS. Um, Let me share my screen now to show you how that actually looks like
Yeah.
in the environment that we have built. So if I'm correct, you all can see my screen now.
Yes, we are in the backend now.
Great.
Yes.
Um, And as you can see, this is the community of our own company called Bubbles, um, where you, as you can see now, are on the community homepage, which is basically a summary of whatever is going on here. If it's regarding the discussions that are going on, to see the top contributors from your company, what the upcoming events are, and the popular topics, the resources that you have. Um, First things first, let me give you now a quick walkthrough of all the customer facing processes that you can centralize for your customers of your SaaS company or other productized services or whatsoever. Um, so the first part is the ability to schedule and promote your events. So by this way, within this environment as well, people can easily RSVP certain events or webinars that you host. Um, Let me go to this channel, which is, like mentioned before, the actual community environment where people can ask certain questions, discuss about your product, share best practices, all within the click of a button of creating a post. And at the same time, you can see the top contributors here as well and facilitate that peer-to-peer interaction. But besides that, what we have seen when speaking with a lot of SaaS customer success teams or support teams, etc., normally everything is all over the place. So what we say is, hey, we provide a all-in-one environment to centralize the community and the customer facing processes. So when I go to the community roadmap of ours, you also have the ability to give your customer skin in the game and also label certain items that are on the roadmap that you are perhaps taking under consideration or that you are already developing to give your customers continuously an update on where you're working on and also get their feedback or an upvote on how they think your roadmap should look like. And the other example of a customer-facing processes is, of course, the self-serve materials and resources, where we have built up our own and full knowledge base, for example, and that's all hosted natively on this environment. So when I go, for example, to this uh, topic and say, let's click on here, get started with the channels and the tabs, then you basically can see that we have built up a whole knowledge base ourselves in here. If you already have, for example, knowledge base, good question. You can also click on this edit icon and, for example, go to the help center environment and say like, hey, I want this not to be a knowledge base, but a external link to redirect people to the right place. But what we advise is to at least, in the end, integrate everything in here, or post the most important articles here as well, to make everything centralized and searchable here, so that your customers or your users that are willing to participate via the community are easily having just one place where they can search through the discussions, through the roadmap, through the knowledge base, basically everything. Um, like I already shown a little bit, is that you can easily customize the channels that you have here. We, when you start a community, facilitate a default channel menu, which you can easily delete, make this a multiple resource channel or a roadmap channel, or make it public or private for certain members, etc. So hopefully that gives you guys a little bit better idea on like whatever you can centralize and create with such an environment to basically reduce cost, reduce support cost, and in the end give a better customer experience. Because I think that's a good driver for growth and for your business. The last part, and then I will take some time for your questions, is that we also facilitate you for you guys to basically provide an ROI on the community activities, where you can see the growth, the activity, and that kind of stuff, as well as where are they coming from, so to track the visitor source, and in the end also what we have saved in support cost and what we have added in customer lifetime value, where we calculate like, hey, these customers have joined the community and these customers have not, and then calculate the changes in churn. So there we have some ability to actually showcase an ROI to your leadership. And then the next part is the people tab, where you can fully manage your members, create certain segments, give them certain badges, delete them, block them, make them a moderator, everything in there. And then you have the settings tab, where you can change these customizations, create your own custom domain. And here, this is, I would say, the last part for now, is that you can also facilitate an in-app widget via our environment by selecting all the channels that you want to have in here and basically copy paste this code then. And eventually it will look like this. So I go now to our website, where you see that we have a widget here with all the channels that you would like to have, and people can easily search them and read them by working in your product, in your SaaS application. And if they want to participate, then they click on it and they can easily participate. And this is all to, of course, also increase engagement, lowering the entry barrier, and increasing the engagement for you as a company. So let me, I would say, stop here for now and see if you guys have further questions or ideas. Albert, hopefully so far it was all understandable and good to see.
Okay, I can understand most of it. I'm not sure about the audience, but because we have seen a lot of community platform,
Yeah,
so I mean, we actually come from, I would say, everybody come from the old type of forum type of community platform. You remember all those BBS kind of thing? You know, it's a very old fashioned where you very
yeah,
difficult to what they call interact with people. So what you have shown us, the SaaS version, is actually very easy to interact with people. So the audience has a lot of question. So, but I have a few question. Is
Great.
you didn't touch in detail about, for example, there are, I don't say, maybe you call it category or topics or whatever, or activities. Do we have the liberty to actually add and what they call add it, or is it delete it or whatever? No, for
Yeah. So
example,
the moderation. Yeah, good question. So, as a moderator, the owner or a manager of the community, you have the full authority to manage, moderate, delete, change certain posts that are posted in the community.
I see. Okay. So can you go back to the share screen?
Yeah,
Okay, I will show it up again. Okay, from the screen that I've seen, you have the, okay, what do you call that? The home, the direct support, the event. You call it category or you call what? I'm not sure. There must be a name, right?
good. Yeah. So these are actually the tabs. So the tab start, the tab product, the tab knowledge hub, and these are the channels. So when you see here as well, you basically see the add channel and the add tab option here
Okay.
as well.
Okay, so you call it tab and channel because different different SaaS
Yeah,
community use a different name. Some people say category, some people say I don't know
yeah,
what, maybe go workspace, or whatever you want to call it. So
correct.
all the tabs and channel, can we what they call drag and drop into one another?
Yeah, good question. So the drag and drop within the tab is, as you can see, possible, and
Okay,
the tabs are fixed. So the tabs, which you can change by name, etc., they are fixed. So you can rename them and drag and drop the channels, and then hopefully that works.
okay. So that means we cannot drag and drop to another tab, but can we copy to another tab?
Um, so you mean that you drop your like this to the
Yeah,
other
we
tab,
cannot
right?
drop. You say you cannot drop, but can we copy something, let's say support, into another tab?
Ah, no. So that's currently under discussion a little bit to also make it possible to change it to another tab. Indeed, good question.
Mhm. Okay, because okay, this is one of the question I want to ask. The other question is,
Yep.
uh, how should I say? Because there are many kind of a category of things. Okay, right now, all members will can access everything. Do you have something like only certain type of member can access certain tab or certain channel?
Yeah.
Because you might have certain category of customer. For example, this customer is in certain, he bought certain product which is actually
Yeah.
only specific to certain product, but
Yeah.
he's not going to do anything on the other product, that kind of things.
Yeah. Correct. No, good question. That's like, for example, a high ARR customer that you give access to a specific channel. Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
that's possible. So, like I said before, if you click on the channel and you make it private, then you can, in the moderator dashboard, basically assign a person to a specific channel.
Okay. So can they ask to join the channel?
Um, they cannot send a message. Yeah, of course, if they send a direct support question and say like, "Hey, can I get access?" Um, in the end, we would like to automate this with a CRM integration, for example. And otherwise, it will be the job of the community manager or whoever is owning this to basically assign the right people to the right channel.
Mhm. Yeah, because basically there are two types. So one type is maybe the customer will not see anything that he's not supposed to see. But there are sometimes you allow them to see the tab, but you don't allow them to see the channel, the content. So I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
So in our case, it you will always see the channel, even though even if you do not have the have access, but you will see it as a locked lock, basically. So that you are aware that you do not have access now. I have, of course, access to this channel, and then you see it also open. So that's how it works in the channel menu in our end.
Okay, that's good. Yeah,
Good
I think
question.
it's time for us to let the what you call answer the question from
Yeah,
the members. You know.
definitely.
Okay, let me go through one by one, and then we have more question. Then we'll answer them. Okay, this is by build up. Is Bubble UI available in languages other than English, such as French, Spanish, or German, or maybe Dutch?
Yeah, good question, Bill. Thanks for asking that. First of all, um, that's a question that we got a lot, so it's high on our roadmap. If you go to our own community and take a look into our roadmap, you will also see that it's already being developed. So we will publish that at the end of Q2 at least, but I would say earlier already. So good question. For now, it's mainly English. But in the end, we will have like a translation possibility so that you can handle multi-language customers, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I mean Bill is a French guy, so that's why he
Yeah,
asked whether he's from France.
yeah.
Okay.
No, we got that question quite often, so that will be there
Oh,
soon.
so I think Vakel is also from France, if I'm not wrong. So that's why I asked
Yeah,
the same question. Okay.
probably.
Ruhani is asking this. I noticed some problem with the content management. The super admin should have the rights to edit or take over the content. So I'm
Yeah,
not sure what is the question, but then he already give some suggestion.
yeah. Hello, Rouhani. I am familiar with him. Thanks for joining this live webinar. First of all, you have as the admin the right to basically delete, but not edit the post that someone else have written. That would be, I think, also a little bit dangerous. That you do not know if the moderator have changed it or whatsoever. So for now, the policy is that you can basically delete the post. In the end, what we need to be or need to provide as well is the ability to change a post from a certain channel to another channel. So we are definitely working on that as well to make that possible and make it easier to moderate that. Basically, hopefully that gives you a better idea and helps or answers your question.
Okay, Tim. Since we are in this what they call post management, for example, let's say
Yeah,
Ani posted certain things. He posted some comment.
yeah.
After that, he deleted it off. So do you have backup of the previous post?
Of the deleted post, you mean?
Yes. Even
Yeah,
though he deleted, but because as an admin, maybe you want to see what is actually the post is all about because there might be some discussion, some dispute or whatever. No, it's
yeah,
difficult to say.
yeah. Yeah, so what we are thinking about, what we had it previously, but we then removed that, is to have like a 14-day memory of your deleted post. So that's what we are thinking about. To if you have your deleted post management, that 14 days or whatsoever, that you can read your post there. So if that's a point of discussion or interest, yeah, let us know via the roadmap or anywhere else to to basically for us to consider that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I foresee this could be helpful because
Yeah.
sometimes certain people say certain thing. Okay, they say,
Mhm.
okay, we promise to give you certain product, certain thing, or by which date. But then after certain date, then he deleted off the the post. Then there's no proof that this is something that is being written. So unless you take a screenshot. So but if you have a deleted post, at least you can actually retrieve and see it. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Many ways to manage. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move to the next question. Can you do attachment and also the size limit?
Um, Currently, it's I would say it's indeed photos, videos, etc. I think there is no specific size limit. If the size is too really big, you can always, in terms of video, use a Loom or a YouTube or whatsoever to embed that video or content and post that as a post in the community as well to solve your problem.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe there should be some soft limit on it because there are some crazy guy they would like to post something, so you
Correct.
post a series of video which is actually 1 gig each. Then
Yeah,
you have
correct.
problem on your
Yeah,
server.
sure. So I think there's a soft limit. I do not know that specifically on top of my mind. But like I said, if you reach that soft limit, there are like easy ways to solve that basically.
Yeah, because you do have to have some soft limit, or else some people they forgotten, they thought that this is their house, they put everything inside.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Um, so hopefully that answers your question indeed.
Okay, is there a pre-made template library for some of the tabs or channel? I believe is what Iran Soa was thinking.
Yeah, I see his question indeed. Pre-made templates library. The templates, or like I said, if I understand your question correctly, like I said, there will be some default channels in the beginning. There will be not some templates in terms of um, the roadmap items or the knowledge base topics. That's not there. That's fully customizable. Um, so hopefully that answers your question in terms of a library of channels. Albert, I don't know if you think that answers his question.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, feel free to.
I know what he
Um,
mean. Basically, is talk about because every business is different. Some people they have certain tab they want to do on certain thing. Some they have certain channel they want to put. So you might not know everything. So some like you have to actually get the feedback from the customer. Okay, which are the template that people you want to commonly use what they call channel or commonly use tab, that kind of thing. So for
yeah,
example, let's say you want to have an event channel, then you have an event channel, then it could be like, okay, how to schedule a Zoom meeting, how to schedule a team, what they call Microsoft team meeting, then how to schedule a Google Meet meeting. So it's different format, everything is different. So I don't know.
yeah.
I don't
I
think
would say our community example is a good example. So if you want to take a look at how it could be used, take a look at our own community, basically.
Okay, so build up us. Do we provide different room or spaces where we can access which space? Yeah, because
Yeah,
different community platform have different names. So I mean, people use room, people use space. Sometimes people use I mean group, or subgroup, that kind of things.
yeah. No, sure, sure. Like I hopefully explained, or hopefully that was clear already in the demonstration. Perhaps that was asked before. Is that you can make a private channel and then add certain people to that channel. So that's definitely possible.
Okay. Taylor McKay, is there any spam moderation?
Yeah, good question. Like moderating spam is something you can decide yourself as well. We have done our best to, while customers want to register to have an OTP and that kind of security, um, yeah, activities to reduce spam in the community itself. For now, you as a moderator need to take a look at that. In the end, we want to have like a blacklist of words or things that customers cannot even post at all. So that's definitely a good point that we will have in the environment for sure. Thanks for asking that question. Good point.
Yeah, because basically I believe is about talking about maybe right now people are talking using AI to catch certain words,
Correct.
some spam words, so other
Correct.
than that, okay. Can community be public on internet with only specific channel and need login?
Yeah. Yeah. Good question as well. There is like a non-login access view, how we call it, and that basically is that every open channel is visible to read and see as a non-member. And when they want to participate or interact, then they need to log in. So that's definitely possible, and that will also help to make it even more useful for people to see their self-serve resources or whatsoever.
Yeah, that's that is some control, because it's just like Facebook. You want to join a group, you must be approved by the admin, or unless this is open, so it's an open
Correct.
group, so
Correct. Yeah. So since we are for SaaS, etc., like the majority of their public roadmap is public, of course, the knowledge base, etc. We basically centralize, so it should also be visible. It should not be behind closed doors.
mhm. Yeah, a lot of things have to be closed door, like for example issues and problems, you want to
Yeah.
within the community, rather than to be open for everybody to see.
Correct.
Okay. Roadmap. Can you show your roadmap so that everybody can share your roadmap?
Yeah. So like I think more will have that question if you just go to community.usebubbles.io and go to the roadmap channel. There, like everyone can see what's under consideration, what's being developed, etc.
No, what I mean is, can we show it in a video now? You just share the screen so
Yeah.
that everybody can see.
Sure, that's of course also possible.
Okay. Also, this is the roadmap.
Correct. So if people just search for this URL, go to the roadmap, then with the non-login access, they can take a look and also see like what's under consideration and what's being developed. I assume, Albert, we do not want to go over it, all over it right now.
Okay. So we move. Don't stop sharing this one. Just leave it on in case anybody want to ask anything. Faisal Musa, are there AI feature with the knowledge base and a way to auto suggest further article to explore, etc.?
Um, you said to not stop my screen, but then I cannot read the question. Is it okay to go back to your
Yeah, you
environment?
have to go back. Yeah. No, you just go back. Yes.
Great. Um, hmm. That's an interesting question, I would say. Um, since we are looking into that to basically help generate certain knowledge base articles. Um, but that's still early stage for us, where we try to develop anything in this space. If you are really interested in the knowledge base article generation, fast, thanks for asking this question. Feel free to contact me directly to discuss that a little bit further. I think that's a bit more specific in this case. So good question, and we are working on that. But that's it for now.
Okay. Next question is by Siva Kumar. How is Bubbles compared to Rewatch?
Yeah. I know rewatch from the name. I do not recall it right away. Um, if I am correct, rewatch is also focused on meeting notes and screen record, that kind of part. So if that's his question, if he can take a look at the website, I'm sure the differences will be clear. Um, where in a short answer, it's about internal communication as well as external communication. That's the big difference.
Okay, next question will be, do we have analytics access to see how each post perform?
Um, yeah, good question. For now, the analytics provide like an overall overview of the amount of views and clicks and sources, but not specifically for each specific post in terms of views, etc. Um, but yeah, good point. We will take that into consideration.
Okay, Taylor is asking, can the community be public so that the question and answer that people ask appear in Google searches?
Yeah, yeah, good question, Taylor. Again, like there are two big priorities for us now. That's one, the webhook API to facilitate SSO and that kind of activities, as well as further improve the SEO, where then in the end it will be super easy or as easy as possible to have such public discussions available and searchable via Google as well, with all the advantages that it can have for your company to display discussions about your product, about your niche, etc. Become that thought leader and be visible on Google there as well. So, good question.
Okay, Tim, there is actually two school of thoughts. Some company would like to have a closed community. They
Yeah,
will we would not like to have everything is public. So they would like have limited access to the public. I mean people can see. Then
yeah,
some companies say, "Oh, I'm very open. I would like to have everything is open in Google or whatever you want to say." So that's why you have to consider, to make it that way. People will choose what to be
yeah.
available, what to be behind the lock-in, that kind of thing.
Correct. Currently, we are built to create a hybrid version, how I would like to call it, where you have one or a couple closed channels and the rest publicly available. Add to for SEO advantages or whatsoever, things that are already available either way. For example, the knowledge base or the public roadmap. We are not built for a company that wants to build like a closed Slack environment or a closed Facebook group. We are here to build like a certain or different kind of SaaS customer community, basically.
Okay, thank you. Next question. How many community forum can we have inside inside one code, I would say?
Yeah, yeah. Good question again. Thanks for the involvement, first of all. Um, you have unlimited channels and tabs that you can open and create within your workspace.
Okay, this question is quite vague because when you say forum can mean anything. When you say workplace, it can mean anything. Okay, let's be clear. When people buy a tier one or tier two,
Yeah,
how many brand can they put, or how many product can they put, or rather
like
we say how many brand will be better in the sense that how many website, for example, website.
yeah.
So one
So
code.
correct. Per tier, if it's tier one or tier two, you can create one workspace for a specific company.
Mm-hmm.
In that workspace, you can create multiple, like have forum discussion channels, as many as you would like, basically.
Okay.
Hopefully
So
that clarifies it.
yeah, yeah. Which means let's say if let's say I have three company, all three completely different product, we cannot mix it up. So you have to buy three codes.
Correct. If you would really like to separate those, yeah, correct. Good
Okay.
question.
Okay. Because that's important because sometimes it's totally different entity, so you have to separate it. So it cannot be. It's also make no sense to mix them all up, because it
Yeah,
get very confusing. Okay, can we use a block words list for preventing spamming?
yeah, yeah. That's what I refer to as well to make a block word kind of automation.
Okay, thank you. Ryan, yeah, can we set custom domain? Yes, on tier two.
Correct, correct. Then you can put it on your own domain, which is a big advantage.
Okay, while we are on this custom domain, I
Yeah.
want to ask one more question: is it completely white label?
In what sense completely?
Completely white label means there's no signature of bubble, no icon, no
Okay.
mention of bubble
Yeah,
in the community. Let's say, for example, I set up a community. There will no such thing as they want to sign up. There's a bubble
yeah, correct,
logo or
correct.
something like that.
Yeah, correct. No, good question. Currently on the premium or pro plan, which is a tier one or two as well. There's like a little powered by a link there.
Mhm.
Currently, what we do for only real enterprise customers is that we are taking into consideration to remove that. But that's in terms of the balance between a white labeled environment.
Mhm. Okay, so that means with this,
Yeah,
the agency will not cannot buy this and claim that no, this is white label because Because when they say I want to, let's say I'm an agency, I
Yeah,
want to, I'm in a business of consult with my customer where I can
yeah,
actually build community platform for them, but I use Bubble, but then the
yeah,
Bubble logo will be there, so the customer will know that this is from Bubble. So it might not be the ideal case.
yeah. Correct. No, so um, in there are ways to get in touch with us and to discuss ways to possibly remove that, but that is mainly for the enterprise customers for now. It's also yeah, a benefit for us to have like a little powered by environment. So I understand your point, and that makes sense, but that's not included in the current pricing modules.
Okay, I understand. Also, you also must take care of your, I mean, the licensing, So let's move on to the next question. Faiz Musa say, beautiful UI. Can you tell us more about the SEO capabilities?
Yeah. Thanks for the compliment, first of all. Um, we, like I said before, will definitely work and are already working on to make further SEO improvements, where in the end, like the header and the post content in the post need to be searchable and visible in Google searches. So to further improve SEO, but that's still a little bit on the roadmap as well to further improve that. If you follow our own community, you will stay up to date on whatever we are working on there.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, I mean, JV's roadmap is already in the
Yep.
community, and we have shown that, So go to there and have a look. Okay, this is I have the same question as well in the beginning. There are three SaaS with the same name, Bubbles.
Yeah.
So what is
Yeah. Very good question, Arnold. Um, we appreciate your concerns there as well. We are actually discussing quite intensively with some trademark attorneys, etc., on how to perhaps trademark it for Europe and other regions to avoid any branding conflict. And if necessary, we will search for other solutions to avoid that branding conflict. So we have that on our mind, and that's an important part for us before further going to the public and start with all the marketing efforts, since we have just started.
Mhm. My opinion of this is actually quite different, because this it depend on your SEO effort. Like
Yeah,
I just type bubbles. You know what come out? UseBubble.com come out. The note taker AI meeting note taker come out, and I don't know whether yours is coming up or not. You got what I mean? So this is a
yeah,
very valid concern, because if you continue to use Bubble and your SEO is not so strong,
yeah.
then your search engine ranking will be much lower, then less people will discover your product.
Definitely. No, that's a good point, Albert, for sure. We haven't really started real SEO efforts there, so that's why we are not above the other one. Um, but since we are still like small and we can change and prevent any problems with SEO, we will make some decisions on that in short term as well. So stay tuned, I would say, to see how we are going to solve that.
Yeah, yeah. So it's actually to everybody benefit. So because
Definitely.
in the beginning I was also thinking, hey, this is something that I've seen before, but then we go into detail, it's a different SaaS, that kind of things.
Yeah. So to come back on that point, like if you have it on your own domain, as well as where the domain on which a normal community is hosted, which is the community.forum.app, um, communityforum.app, sorry. Um, so it will not never affect the actual customer and their domain, etc. So that's one thing to mention as of now.
Okay. So Iran, so this is just an idea, but do you ever thinking of offering the ability to set up a full community using AI to quick start everything? Wow. Full community
Um,
using AI. How to do it?
It's a good question. Like there are so many possibilities with AI. That's also why we have someone on the team that is looking at the possibilities with AI. Um, he's pretty awesome, I would say. Like what we were thinking about, but let me give a short answer. Is that we have a default template, referring to your first question, on how a community should look like, and that there is like whenever you create on your domain with your name a certain community, that it automatically displays certain information for you there already. In the end, a community is not built in a day or two. And you really have to involve your audience and trigger discussions, ask them some polls and surveys to really create that critical mass. Um, so we will look into this, but it will not solve everything.
Okay, good. Thanks. So Bill is asking what kind of branding can we have? Logo, colors, or what about label, white labels, CNAME, you know? We have talked about white label just now, but just about
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, correct. So you can just put your own it's PNG or SVG logos in there as well as the subdomain. So I think this question is covered quite well.
okay. Yeah, white label question again,
Yeah,
you know. So that's
yeah,
why I know these
yeah.
people who ask this, you know. So
Yeah, good question. Like the notifications already have your branding. So if you have your logo, etc., that will be visible in the notification per email as well. Good question.
okay, Tim, my suggestion is like this.
Yeah,
Since you are building this thing, maybe you can consider putting what you call a light or white label tier. Put a price and see whether people buy.
yeah,
I'm not sure because now there is no white label. A lot of people say I don't want.
yeah,
The moment I show to my customer see bubbles
yeah,
somehow, you know. So oh yeah, this is not for me, you know. So I'm not sure because there might be customer who insist that you know they want 100% white label. I'm not sure. Okay, this is
yeah.
my thinking. Okay, Ruhani, this is your community, right? Community.ai.
No, that's his community that he has created. So he's answering some of the questions there.
Okay. Later I'll go have a look.
Great.
Okay, let me switch to YouTube. Facebook video is taking long. Yeah, Facebook actually don't like Facebook don't like us actually, you know. They always have problem, create problem for us. So that's why some people go to YouTube and watch. Okay, I understand. Okay, do you have your own chat system or do I have to use third party chat system in the community?
Yeah, good question. So there is a way for you to send a direct message to your customers as well as to receive a direct message. In case they have like a very personal question, that is possible there as well. So we have built that. Otherwise, what happens now is that after, for example, you have implemented the widget into the website, and they click on direct support, that the intercom is then displayed. But in terms of your question, we have built that natively as well to have one-on-one chat with your customers.
Okay. So Bill, do we have a plotting system that display result with chart and graph? I believe he's talking about the feedback, uh, or maybe suggestion
Yeah.
or feedback, you know.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
continue.
So it's a little bit open question, I think. But there is definitely like a voting system on the forum post where people can basically upvote and downvote certain posts,
Yeah.
um, as well as in the roadmap. That will be there as well. Correct.
Okay, is there any payment option apart from Stripe? He's asking for PayPal. I can read his mind.
Okay. Currently, it's only Stripe. Um, Perhaps if he buys the LTD with early bird, they can provide another payment option. So then I would recommend him to reach out to them.
Okay. Can we share the video link to people not inside the tool, like with Loom? I don't understand this question. Can we share the video link to people not inside the tool?
Yeah, so if you post a video in a channel and share that URL with them, they can click on it and view the video, just like Loom. What you can also do, if that's his question, you can post a Loom link, post a post with a Loom link, and it will be embedded there as well, and then people can view that as well. So I think one of the two will answer his question.
Yeah. Maybe the other way to answer that it is you post a video, your own video inside the group community. So people will not be able to see it if they are not a member, right? They don't have a
Um, if it's an open channel, like then they also have the
then
ability.
if it's a closed channel, then you cannot, you know. So
Correct, correct.
okay, fair enough. Okay, let's move fast because there are so many questions.
Yeah, there are.
Another French guy, you know.
Yeah, correct. We'll be there.
Dutch is very near to French, you know. So neighbor, take care of that.
Almost neighbor. Yeah. Um, we already had contact about this. The emoji picker problem is fixed and will be in production soon.
Okay, you could have ability to hide a post instead of deleting it.
Um, no, currently that's not possible in terms of moderation.
Hide the post doesn't mean anything actually to me because you cannot completely hide everything. It's just like Facebook. You hide the post, you only hide from yourself. It doesn't hide from the other members.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Okay, next question by Chaitanya. Do you have any plan to support white label mobile apps? Oh,
Yeah,
that's interesting. Mobile app is interesting.
correct. Thanks for this question. It's mobile responsive already on all kinds of devices, of course. Um, we do not have like our own app yet, as well as a white label app for a specific company. But perhaps we might develop that in the future. So I would say stay tuned if we further continue.
Okay, can we embed the video recorded
Yeah. So
inside
so like
inside the community?
yeah, sure. So like a Loom video or YouTube, that's possible.
Oh, this is
Ah.
something.
Huh. Um, no, we cannot specify us on every field, so that's not our main focus area.
Okay. Okay, what kind of feature is available inside a post? iframe, video, PDF, and file.
Um, what kind of feature is available inside a post? So in terms of like images, videos, PDFs, that kind of files?
Yeah. Can we embed iframe in the post? You know, let's say a community member want to post something. Can he post iframe using an iframe? Can he post attach a PDF file?
Yeah. So there are ways to attach all kinds of regular documents or images or videos. I'm not sure about that iframe frame question. We currently do not have a lot with iframe, so hopefully that answers his question.
Okay. Next, do you provide API access?
Yeah, like mentioned before, like improvement on SEO as well as the webhook APIs to give you guys access to that will be there soon. So good question, but not yet. We'll be there soon.
Okay, so Rohani was talking about. I think this is a real issue. I believe because if it's a custom domain, if we go into /188 is another folder, so would not
Yeah,
be so ideal, I believe.
yeah. So we are aware of this. Where that's part of improving the SEO, where we also remove and clean the URL further to make it easier searchable, etc. You cannot like if we have created the URL, you cannot change it and then send it and expect it to work. That's what he tried before. But if you use it like it states there with just a number for us in our database, then it works. But that will be changed as well regarding and in connection with the SEO part.
Okay, is there a calendar view? Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, correct. So if you create a post or an event, then you have the ability to select it on the calendar with the right date, etc. That's also converted to certain time zones, and then it should all work.
Okay. Rohit is interested to know what is the next top features plan for UseBubble.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said a little bit, I think it would help a lot. But the API and automation part, as well as the SEO, are big priorities for us in combination with the translation. So that are three main topics for us.
Okay, Sam Q or something. Instead of including using own domain, what platform can be migrated into? Also possible to migrate
Yeah.
out easily.
Yeah. Yeah, so we are also helping some other customers. Like the first question is, of course, possible, the own domain. And then we're also working on some data migrations with some companies to basically migrate the data there easily. And if necessary, we can also help and provide the ability to migrate out of this environment.
Okay. Do you have monthly recurring revenue at the moment? And if yes, what is the extent of its success?
Luckily and happily, I can say we have MRR. We have been bootstrapped so far, which is not easy. But MRR makes it at least easier. We have been working on this project for almost 2 years now, and the last 3 months we were live, where people could get access. But we are still early stage as well. We haven't done big marketing efforts yet, but then we will further accelerate and grow, hopefully.
Okay, Tim, I want to ask a very maybe a private question. How many MR customer do you have? If you want to answer.
Yeah, sure. We have approximately 10 MRR customers currently that we have closed by doing our own outreach and getting in touch with them and providing them some good results. So that yeah, it's also perhaps also a good motivation for someone else who tries to build a SaaS. You can start with good outreach before starting with marketing efforts, etc.
Yeah, because I mean, I can know that some of the member asking this because they want to know whether how are you able to sustain, without
Yeah,
MR. So this is the question.
yeah, no, sure. That's why I was also willing to answer that. Um, like we are here for long term. We are bootstrapped. We have done it already 2 years. We can do that for a long time. Um, so that hopefully helps.
So okay, this is reward system. It's possible to add a badge or reward for most active participant. It's just like Facebook, top contributor, that kind of things.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Like we already measure the top contributors, and if you select them, you can give them a private, create an award badge based on your needs, and then assign that to the participant. Definitely.
Okay, okay. This has been answered, but no harm. Tell him again,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
sometimes he might not know.
yeah. No problem. So we are with five currently, where we have been bootstrapped, like I said. And are not actively raising money as well. So we will try to stay this way, but never say never, right?
Mhm. Okay, Chaitanya asks, since it's another competitor community platform, have good feature which let user to go live within
Yeah,
community and also have separate audio room like Discord. Does Bubble have something similar or it plans?
yeah, yeah. No, makes sense. Good question. Interesting. I know that feature of Discourse or Discord. Sorry. That's not on short term on our mind. Since we are focused on SaaS, I haven't heard that from the market as well. If that changes, we might consider that as well.
Okay. I mean, it's good to have because I mean, every new feature is good to have, but is it the must have or should have? That is have to
Correct.
decide.
Correct.
Is there a gamification? So
Yeah. So I think some of the gamification is already covered. To add a little bit on that is that we have like some levels: starter, senior, and expert. Whenever you grow in your level, you also have more. Your weight of upvoting will be higher as well. So if you are a starter, you have one upvote per upvote. If you are a senior, you have it two times, and if you are an expert, you have it four times. And by that way, you stimulate the expert and help them to moderate and interact with your community better. So that's a little bit how we add an extra dimension to that gamification part.
okay, Javis is asking, can a team member to delete a bubble I create? A bubble
Um,
means post, right? Or what?
Sorry,
No, this question, can a team member to delete a bubble? The bubble here means is it a post or what?
I think he means the community. As an admin, you as a creator, you have the community environment, and the moderator cannot delete that. So I think that is his question.
I see. Okay. Of course, I mean, only the super admin can do that, or else everybody
Correct.
will delete
Correct.
something and go.
Yeah.
As a freelance web developer, what will the use case for me? Hmm, good
Yeah.
question.
Good question. Currently, we are like not focused to serve um, web developers. But what we are considering is besides the customer community for SaaS specifically, how with the in-app widget, with the business related ROIs, with the roadmap and that kind of activities, that we also facilitate a little bit smaller, easier environment where you just create like a forum, for example, which will be like, well, I would say less expensive, and then perhaps you can use that environment. We call that like customer community and community of practice, and that's a difference. The lifetime deals for the customer community.
Okay, Tim, I'm actually putting up the link for the giveaway participation form. So let me copy it and put it in the chat. So guys, please go ahead and participate. Hold on, let me do my job here. Okay, it's on the chat. So let's do the next question. Okay, this is the next question. For academy part, can we have one by one lecture followed by quizzes and certificate of completion with user course completion? This is something different, huh?
Sorry, what do you say?
No, I can read the question. And academy, you're talking about the academy part.
Yeah. So I understand what he means. I think we can definitely improve a little bit on that part, but it is a little bit possible to checkbox the resources that you have looked at and basically follow your journey throughout an academy. But in the end, we will definitely improve a little bit more on that to improve the experience of the academy.
Addition of gamification and virtual community currency one can be used to make
Mm,
purchases within the community will be good.
yeah. A little bit the loyalty program part. I like this question a lot. Thanks for asking. Um, like I said before, if this is a good part to explore in the SaaS space as well, we will definitely take a look into this. But I will write it down myself as well again to discuss this internally.
Okay, so for community currency, I think Sin is using that, the competitor, they are using it,
Okay.
when automatic batches support coming to Bubbles?
Good question. I do not have a specific date for that. Perhaps it will be combined with the whole automation part. But that's definitely a good point to automate certain activities with different badges. Good question.
So this is regarding community coins. This is gamification,
Yeah,
so yeah,
yeah,
it could be considered.
yeah, definitely. Nice one.
If anything go wrong with Bubble due to certain circumstances, you think of shutting this project down, then would you allow user to, especially LTD one, to sell host or make it
Yeah.
open
So
source?
we do not expect that situation, but if that happens, we will basically help the ones out with the migrating process. So you would be able to host it anywhere else.
Can the client UI be translated French? Yeah, I think this has
No,
been asked. Coming,
same
coming.
question.
Okay, so I mean the question has been quite long. On the you can see on the right hand side, it says Scene has been acquired by Graphy, and since then there were no major update to the platform. How will you take care of this if you get offer from Circle or other big platform? What is your take on acquisition and rebranding platform to something else?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah. Do you want to say anything about that, Albert?
I don't know because
Okay.
I only can comment because there are too many SaaS company, small one, being overtaken. I mean, acquired by bigger company, and the
Yeah,
bigger companies, some of them are good, some of them are no good in the sense that they continue to support to the good ones. Some of them they
yeah,
just cut it off. Cut off
yeah,
the LTD buyer, say that, oh, you have to maybe pay up, or maybe you're completely cut it off, that kind of thing. So in the end, the LTD user, a buyer, earlier buyer, will lose everything if they cut it off. So this is a question that a lot of people will ask the founder, will this happen? Of course, you will say not happen, right?
correct.
So, but that's why they need to see your reaction, whether this will happen or not, because because almost every day certain SaaS are shutting down, and
Yeah,
when it's shut down, it's bad for everybody, bad for founder, bad for the platform, let's say AppSumo or whatever, let's say early bird, and bad for
yeah,
the users. So that's
yeah,
why this question keep on coming up, so
yeah, yeah.
we can't blame them.
No, no, definitely. Um, so my view is the same. Of course, I can promise the world. We do not. We are specifically focused on like a B2B user, where Circle is more like for the brand creator and that kind of stuff. Um, so yeah, basically never say never, like I said before. But we will do our best at least to whenever. Like we are here to basically to IPO at least, or anything in that area. So we are not here to make a quick acquisition or whatsoever. I think that's good to know what our vision is there. If it happens, yeah, we will try our best to serve anyone there, of course.
Okay, let me give you some proposals, some maybe bracket advice. If anybody ever want to buy your company, please tell them,
Yeah,
black and white, take care of my previous users and buyers, and
yeah,
promise to follow the law, saying that you must support them until the end, because that is what the LTD buyer want,
yeah.
because they have been
Okay.
beaten so many times. There's no recourse.
Yeah,
Individual buyers are actually very weak, so they cannot go and fight a big giant, so it's no time, so that kind of thing. So it's good
yeah,
that if a present seller, so-called present, let's say you are the SaaS team, if in the event your ownership change hand, please take
yeah,
care of the existing customer. That's what they
yeah,
want.
yeah. Sure.
Will you provide AI assistant to user who help to find information or engage them in participation?
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's also already a little bit like in the search bar, some AI applied. to basically search through the content that's there. So the more you centralize, the easier it is to search anything, and we are already leveraging AI a little bit there. Hopefully that answers your question, Bill.
Okay. So, or do you provide a way to put up the favicon with CNAME? You know what I mean? So let's say there is a subdomain or whatever. So their logo, their own logo,
Yeah.
instead of
Um,
logo.
Sorry, what do you say?
Okay, the favicon, on the website, on the left hand side, there is an icon or logo, you call it. So right now, I believe it's bubble, right? I'm not sure. Oh, that you don't, yeah,
You can customize that.
you can customize, but
That's the question.
you are not using any favicon, so do not know. Okay, but hopefully you can customize it. So,
Yeah.
okay, next question: how portable is your data? What import export capability do you have?
Um, Thanks for asking that question. Perhaps we or you were already in contact with my founder about this, but I do not know for sure. Currently, we basically help the ones that want or request a export to help them with that. I do not have the specific parts for that on top of mind. But that's how that works. If you just request an export, then we will help you with that.
Okay, can we summarize in local languages? I don't understand this question. How do you summarize in local languages?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit connected to the API of translation, but not yet, I would say. But we'll be there pretty soon.
Okay, so this is the comment by Chaitanya. I think the
Mm.
onboarding process for users who sign up for the company can be improved.
Yeah, yeah. Open to hear your suggestions there. Um, for now, like we have an own welcome channel there as well to onboard users on what is this what is this used for? How do they use this? How this works? Basically, create a channel with a post where everything states. That's how it is done now.
Okay, one cutters can we
Mm.
live stream within the application or embed a live stream player within.
Yeah, good question. It's actually under consideration to facilitate live stream there as well. We have done some researches already that it's not actually that difficult. So we will have that as well to host a live stream on our environment.
Okay. What about total activity log? Need to monitor what's going on the forum.
Yeah, yeah. So we have the whole dashboard already to monitor the non-login views. Um, as well as the member views and anything about that. If you have specific KPIs that you want to measure, let us know for sure.
Okay, running again. Will there be moderation mechanics to prevent spam post, behavioral filters or
Yeah,
banning system on behavior of certain keywords or activities or attachment?
yeah,
Some people will put some porn photograph or porn video.
correct. Hopefully not, but I think this is covered, right? That we will have some blacklist possibilities there.
Okay. I think there's a limit on number of admin. Having moderation position for particular room or space would be good, or with higher limit. Right now is four, right? Four admin for first tier, eight for the second tier, right?
Yeah, correct. Um, we actually haven't got any community with more than 8 currently, so there was so far not a big need for that. Um, um, but I understand your point, perhaps in a specific situation that is at least outside the LTD, but you can definitely contact us
No,
to
you,
see if we
you
can help.
I see the need when the number of community member increase. If you have a few thousand unit, because different time zone.
Yeah, correct. But they're there are big companies like Miro or you name it, Intercom or whatsoever. They have like 4 or 5 people max to work on the environment there, um, with thousands of members. So that was our point of reference. But if in a specific situation, like I said, then it should be possible to add more admins. Definitely.
Yeah, that's I guess. Okay, already have Webicon with CNAME. You should be able to see it from the community URL. Okay, thanks for that.
Great. Oh.
Manoj, gamification for post and view. That's a
Um,
question.
Yeah, so the gamification for posts is the upvote downvote, and there's no gamification yet on in terms of the level and then what you will be able to see. If that's his question.
Okay, this is just a comment. Of course, right now it's not white label, guys. So I mean, they haven't offered a white label, what they call solution yet. So unless you're willing to pay.
Yeah. So what we are working on as well, is that you have like a custom sign-on page with your logo and branding, etc. Currently, what now happens is that you have like an account on Bubbles where you can follow your tech stack. If it's your CRM system, your meeting AI nodes, or whatsoever, that we facilitate all the SaaS users to have one environment and follow multiple communities with just one login. But that's the end vision, of course. In the meantime, we will definitely make it able as well to custom the login page with certain branding, etc. That's not so hard, so we'll have that definitely.
Okay, thank you. Oh, this is some special requirement.
Yeah,
We ask users for ID card to
yeah,
verify
yeah,
themselves during registration.
yeah. No, currently, no ID card. I think that will be in terms of GDPR, etc. Very, very difficult. Um, but what you can do in that same, like I said, onboarding channel or welcome channel, where you give certain instructions to onboard the customers on how they should use this environment, you can also request them to fill in their business email as well. So to fill in an extra and verify their email, and that can in the end make it easier to have a CRM integration or anything related to that. So you can ask certain things to verify themselves.
Okay. Faiz Moza, how closely do you track competitor and innovation by bringing to the table? Is it discouraging sometimes?
No, I think it's motivating us. Like we try to do anything there to help SaaS companies with their churn, their support, their customers' experience. Um, and we are pretty or looking to original ways and new ways, innovative ways to do that, other than our competitors that facilitate a whole bunch of customers and verticals. Thanks for your
Okay.
question.
Okay, guys, I'm putting up this link. Is our affiliate link, and Umar Latif, the platform owner, I mean, Early Bird has actually graciously give us a coupon code 10% because the Early Bird 10% code is expired. So this is our special coupon code. So if you want to buy, you can use this code, or else you are not able to get 10% off. So special coupon code, download Silo.
Yeah, especially for you, Albert, and your audience.
Okay. Then next one. Okay, Chaitanya. I recommend to check out Peer List. This build a community or platform kind of similar to LinkedIn. You can take inspiration from them if you think of adding new feature. Okay, fair enough. Peer Link.
I've written it down.
How do we link different sections on the left sidebar as there are no real link for them? Or if we want to create welcome guide for that yeah that should be useful, internal link we call it, just like Discord, so you can actually, you understand this?
Um, so how do we link to different sections in the left
Different
sidebar?
different channel.
So, um, like there's a possibility to add a certain URL to redirect people from a
Yes, yes, yes.
certain
For example, let's say now in the what they call welcome channel.
channel. Yeah.
Welcome channel, you write something. Okay, you say for example you want to find support. You give a support link. You go into another channel. That support channel.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I understand what you mean. We have a rich text editor who makes it also able to add a link or create such insert a link behind a word. And if you click on a channel or any channel, you can basically copy paste the URL because that will be working as well, and then put it behind that word. So that
Yeah,
should work as well to redirect people.
yeah, that will be good so that they don't have to go and find, you know.
Yeah. No, that should be working definitely.
Okay, this is the second last question. In Discord, we can join multiple servers and switch between them so that if you join two community, create a bubble, it will be good to switch between community. It can sync user detail by one design. Yeah, this is because Discord is big.
So good question. I think I mentioned this. Is That's already possible. So if you create a community, your button will be there, and there will also be a plus icon there on the left side where you can search for other communities and other groups that are there to make it easy to follow multiple groups. So that's social feature, which can for us create a little bit that network effect as well. That is visible there as well and possible there. Good point. And yeah, definitely agree.
Mhm. Okay, so yeah, Rohani clarify. I'm saying there's no URL to copy from left side.
Um, yeah, I will check this myself as well again. But in terms of copying URL, if you click on a channel and do not change it yourself, but copy paste and use that URL, you can always copy that channel and put it behind a button.
Okay.
Um, I'm lacking a little bit, Albert. I don't know if you have that as well.
Yeah, I think we have answered all the questions, so we are ready to do the giveaway. So, okay, you can talk to them while I'm actually getting all the names ready. Hold on. Let me share my views of name.
Yep.
Okay, guys, it's up. Hold on, let me. Okay, so we have five prizes for today. So we spin five times. First three times is tier one. The last two time will be the tier two. So let me check whether you have any repeated name. I think we are good.
Okay.
Okay, let's spin. So we have to spin the first three tier one prize first. Let's go. Anak Johari, congratulations. Are you there to claim your prize or not? Or else we'll spin again. Anak, are you there? Anak? please type your name in the chat. Okay, congratulations. I see your name. So let's go to the spinning again.
Enjoy, Arnold. If you have questions, let us know. You can contact us via the community as well.
Okay, let's spin the second winner. Hi, Musa from Canada. Hi, Musa. Are you there? Aiza Musa. I think he's there.
I think that as well.
Okay, someone please ping him. Sometimes people forget. They go off. So, Faiz Musa. Oh. So, I'll just remove your name first. If you don't appear your name, you don't type your name, we will forfeit
He
the
has
prize.
replied, Albert.
Hmm?
He has replied, so he is there.
Okay, let's spin the third one.
Enjoy, Faz.
Jenna, Jenna, you have a very long name. I always have difficulty to pronounce your name. Jenna
I think
Keswarao Virapaneni. Okay.
I think he attended the previous live session as well. So good to provide you this and enjoy.
Okay. So Jenna, please type your name to claim your prize. Okay, we have two more prizes to be won. Tier two. Okay, Jenna, thank you. Let's shuffle. Okay, let's go. Oh, Didip is the SEO guy. Didip, are you
Great.
there? Jadip Arya. Okay, I think he should be here, but I just remove his name first. Let's spin the last one. Jadip, please type your name in the chat so that we know you are here. Jadip, Ngok Nguyen, please ping him, call him. Okay, we will spin the last one, so I will just shuffle again. Ryan, Ryan is from Bangladesh, if I'm not wrong. Ryan, are you there to claim your prize? Ryan. So, Jadip and Ryan, please claim your prize, or else we have to spin again. Okay, we will wait for them while we are actually what they call doing the what they call the recap and summary. Okay, Jadip is here. Yeah, you forget your name. I say type your name. Your name is not. I'm here. Okay, sorry to play a joke on you. Okay, guys, I think we have come to the end of this webinar, and we hope that you have some good idea on how these bubbles work. So I see a lot of potential in this app, and especially for SaaS company. But it can be used for other community platform. But then, team actually told me that they are actually very focused right now on this SaaS company. So a lot of things are actually very SaaS related. So guys, if you think that this is something for you, please what you call buy it. Since we only have 5 prices here. If not, then you have to wait for a long time before this LTD will come or never come again. So I don't know. Team, are you going to other platform?
um, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. So these are the last 2 days, 3 days, 2 days of the LTD, and after that we will continue without that. So for anyone that is interested, yeah, let us know and try to use Albert his 10% discount as well, which is nice, I guess. Um, Otherwise, I would say thanks for watching this video and participating this live webinar. Thanks for all the comments, questions, etc. If you have any other yeah, questions or concerns or whatsoever, everyone can reach us via the community environment. Yeah, thanks for your invite, Albert, as well.
Okay, so thank you very much, Tim and your co-founder as well, and hopefully, you get this bubble to become the best in what they call community platform, because it's very competitive market for this, because there are so many of them, and I
Yeah,
hope you keep on improving that, make it one of the best, if not the best. So with
correct.
that, I will say thank you again to you and your team, and for the
Yeah,
audience, as usual, thanks for your patience, for being with us for 1.5 hours already.
no,
And we hope to
no
see you
problem.
again in the next live session. Bye bye.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Bye bye.